It feels like divorce is more common than marriage nowadays. Is actually crazy. Social media influence and the norms of divorce is catching up with a lot of people. It's not just women. Men get influenced by social media too. But a lot of these social media relationships, social media advice, it's affecting women. Bad advice is being recycled everywhere. Black pill, red pill, pink pill. We have just random women just, contemplating this and that and just ranting in their cars. And it's just people with no qualifications or real experience giving advice. People that were led astray. There's a saying called misery loves company. And that's what I see all the time. It's just miserable people complaining on the internet that things didn't go their way. Anyone can go viral just by opening their camera, speaking fast, and being a bit controversial. Like the divorce rates are so high right now and it's normalized. 50 years ago, women wouldn't announce that they were divorced with this much pride as they do today. It's being seen as an accomplishment or freedom. I'm not condoning women suffering or being in abusive marriages, but divorce shouldn't be promoted the way it is. It should always be a last resort option and that's it. It shouldn't be like, oh, that is such an accomplishment. Oh, your life is gonna be great from now on, and we should encourage more people to get divorced and da da da, and leave all these kids without moms and dads and stuff like that, and just like raise them in a broken single home. Like, no, that should not be the way. And social media, bro. The influence of social media is actually crazy. Mind you, I said earlier it's not just men, but with men, there would be a 22-year-old man making 10,000 a month, and you'll still be envious of someone that's in the 0.01% of men making 100K a month on social media. That's what they see. It's the same thing. A woman that's married who has her bills paid and her life taken care of, they will envy a woman who's married to a man who's a multi-millionaire going on, all these trips every month and getting expensive gifts and bags. Everyone's always going to be envied. And comparison is the thief of joy. That's just what it is. Social media is making comparison even worse. It'll have anyone compare their lives with this 0.001%, and the person that's in the 0.01%, they're getting pushed on top of the feeds by the algorithm. So it's gonna look very common to everyone. It's destroying everyone's mental health and their perception of life and reality, and it just ruins self-esteem. It ruins marriage. It ruins everything. And honestly, it looks like women are being more influenced and being more unrealistic than men when it comes to relationships. And I'm not being sexist, by the way, because we as men have a lot of faults, and that is statistically true. But yeah, at the end of the day, marriage rates are getting wrecked. 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 500 years ago, it was never like this, bro. It was never absolutely like this. Our grandparents' age, bro. You think they dealt with this? You think they dealt with this much women coming up and saying, "Hey, I don't need a man anymore. This, that. I'm gonna raise my kids in a single household." All that stuff, like, bro. 100 years ago, they would be shamed upon. But the good thing is, at least just for some of them, they're leaving, abusive and toxic marriages. I get it. But sometimes I just feel like it just shows that there's men that are working hard to making sure that they can try to work it out, and it feels like the woman is giving up way too early. Like, especially if it's a 6 month marriage or 1 year marriage or 2 or 3 year marriage. It's like back in the days, 30-year marriage and lifelong marriages were common. Now 50% divorce rates. It's like, what is absolutely going on? Like, where did we go wrong as a society? I'm not saying we should put women back in the kitchen and take away their banking. I'm not for that at all. Give women their banking, give women their jobs. But at the end of the day, a two-parent household will always be the best option in terms of raising a family, and we should always promote that as a society. If you look at all the wealthiest and richest people, most of them come from two-parent households, and most of them right now are raising kids in a two-parent household. If you look at the kids from a one-parent household, bro, most of them are broke. Most of them are in the lower class, and it's not anything. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way they were. That's how life was for them. They grew up with two parents that were divorced. But it's like, damn, imagine how their lives could have been if both their parents were together, and maybe they would have been in the middle class, and life would have been a lot better. And it's the same thing for a lot of us. So yeah, man, divorce is being praised way too much. Both men and women is almost at 50%, and the sad thing is that it can go higher and higher. And like, if you're in a marriage that's lasting 5 or 10 years, congratulate yourself, you know, congratulate you and your wife, do something to celebrate, because man, they're doing everything they can do to put man and wife against each other, to separate, to, you know, break down families, to have these kids getting raised by, you know, not even the mom, because the mom is forced to work. They want to raise the kids themselves in schools and social media. They want social media to raise their kids, and they're promoting whatever they want on social media. Like, it's actually a crazy cycle. First, they're using social media to make sure that you guys separate the man and the woman just by giving bad advice, and then they're gonna come for your kids, and as they want your kids to, you know, teach them bad advice as they grow up on TikTok. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely nuts. It's a vicious cycle. It's just like, what are we gonna do, you know? But yeah, that's just my video. I just want to let you guys know that, like, I'm getting very concerned about divorce rates in our generation is getting lower and lower. And, you know, obviously the economy, there's not only is there hypergamy within you know, dating, it's within the economy too. The people that own the businesses, they're just hiring very few people and, you know, getting AI. And then there's people, you know, that are entry level and experienced. They're all competing for the same jobs, and the ones with and it's for positions that aren't even paying that well, and all the money goes to like the owners. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Like, there's hypergamy in everything nowadays, not just the job not just the job market, but dating as well. And who knows, bro, like, who knows what hypergamy is gonna hit next. But yeah, that's just the video. It's a short little video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, peace out, guys.